Vamos.
It certainly feels like
guys,
it's gonna be
it is a limb. I will give it a sniff. I will give it a sniff.
You're just trying
if
to
I
get
see
back
that
to your
FaZe
average
clan
level,
fucks
that's not a fun
FlyQuest in the
climb.
ass,
No. You know, that's when you drop a few rungs and.
But FaZe may get eliminated here. Okay.
Reach a point that you can be
and I'm worried about
with.
that.
You're
Chat, I'm becoming addicted to pay to winning in Clash Royale. Someone stop me. I maxed out a deck today.
Didn't achieve a lot with
somebody told Jinxie to use the Supercell store instead of buying it through the app, and there's always one more deal a day, which is crazy. Now I'm addicted. Dude, I fucking checked my phone on the second it refreshed. Jeez.
He went to being a double Grand Slam winner without them.
G fucking G.
Slow approach to the A site so far. FaZe obviously with the force, double MP9 still holding on to the frozen smoke over towards the B site. Ooh, well-timed peek out of a Liege. And then Rain gets that same second assault going on the other end. The balcony player doesn't actually catch anybody falling into the pit. He's a little preoccupied now. Liaz trying to get this going.
Advantage.
He's got to be concerned about sight at the same time, but Kerrigan opts not to peek.
Wow, that
Again, they kind of stutter step, but FlyQuest played down to 20 seconds with the smoke in front of him. Frozen's now managed to get all of that utility over to this bomb site. He could end up smoking off the other side.
Nice!
Frozen comes out with the last kill and a
guys,
force
winning the pistol
win.
means nothing if you lose the follow-up.
Yeah, right back.
Nothing.
There was no plan.
And we just did that. Chat, when is the grand final for Champions League?
10 or 11
I didn't even realize that it was
semi-final
semi-final yesterday.
This new lineup. So this map will definitely will definitely be a lot about learning.
Stuck ahead of the fire there. Nicely done, sectioning off the
in a month
of FlyQuest.
What?
Kind of forced their hand into it.
Why?
At least Inns is able to tap back into his past experience.
Are they changing stadiums and shit?
I will also say that Inns was always a sleeper player for FlyQuest in the sense of at home
thought it
he
would
was
be like
just
CS playoffs.
a good player, but when he went to international,
like Saturday, Sunday,
who they expected to play, you know, above their game, it was actually Inns who always overperformed versus those European teams, which kind of makes me feel like as an IGL, he might have something really special to offer.
They do need to.
Now the question will be, can Kinetic do the same
thing,
right? Somebody who, if you've kept your eyes on Australian Counter-Strike for whatever reason, you would know.
I want to go to the stadium, chat.
The best Australian
I've never been.
roster out.
It's for sure on my bucket list. I remember making a bucket list as a kid. I was listening to a podcast and one guy said, yeah, I made a bucket list, blah, blah, blah. And I put on my bucket list, visit Greenland.
They're looking angry. They're looking hungry.
Loki, I should do that. To make my kids self-happy. I was always intrigued by Greenland. I don't know. I love when it's cold and icy.
Kerrigan averaged, unfortunately, 8 kills per
and
map.
just nature.
And that can still happen sometimes and it'll be fine, but maybe not in that Falcons game, especially not on Ancient.
Damn.
Nice
triple grenades down the ramp. Second
we have a viewer from Greenland, which is crazy.
Over the line.
We did like
FaZe not
setup tours, and then there was a bloke from fucking Greenland.
Kind of flex the advantage, get up in their grills. And I think that's one of the things, like when we heard that pregame interview with Liaz, he said we have a harder time versus teams that have noob
Sit down,
stompers.
FlyQuest.
With FaZe,
someone says VPN, bro. No, I mean actually being there physically, bro.
Very much in your face.
Chat, what's on your life bucket list?
Not like the desk side. Like Zai was not.
It also might be.
Is there something that you want to do? Visit Korea? NK or SK?
And that is Liaz.
North Korea I would also like to visit, but then when there's nothing to lose anymore, you know, when you're like 60 or something, because they can. You know what I mean? A base jump. Whew. Base jump sounds crazy. Going on a safari in Africa.
Like this is a match that could be one-sided.
Ask my mom what she really wants to do in life, and she said Africa. Like, that would be her dream. Like safari.
Incendiary ahead of it, but this is very much the arch hit. Well-timed frag grenade.
At one point, yeah.
Yeah, cheeky 75 damage on that one. And Liaz looks to get active as Inns gets the entry. Still that big pack of players rounding the corner on long side. Liaz emerges, comes down for the double. It's a bit of a late activation.
Is in such a bad spot.
Oh, true, right? It's a part of that three-player pack. You'd think majority members will be able to control it.
He definitely saw it, right? So he's spamming. Oh, and it's a bad smoke.
Damn. Frozen able to find the lineup and also that avenue of attack for Elige. They turn their attention. FaZe given a gift.
Guys,
and that was able
this
to get
makes me happy because
really
yesterday FaZe was awareness. Time to farm. Your goal is to be as good as Ohne in CS. Brother, I don't know if you shouldn't have stuff like that on your bucket list. That may be unrealistic, bro. I am gifted when it comes to DNA, reaction time, reflexes, and so on. And your body may just not let it make you do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was good rifle work.
I'm sorry, bro. You have to scratch that.
For FlyQuest. Little halvesies, and Frozen's gonna waste no time getting a comfortable double-man advantage. Pistol flirting with the half wall, finds it smart. Nice shot out of Netic.
Wait, who the hell is Netic?
To go forward. Now you've got Brokey dead as well, but you know about the
I see that guy for the first time.
He's on 12 health, and you've got Liaz up into the arch wrap.
Is he also Aussie?
No idea here. This is indeed still a winnable round for FlyQuest.
They got to come back to A, right? If Liaz is going to be finding this kill, but he's got to try to milk this for as long as possible.
Milk
as
it.
Teammates come close.
Chat, he wastes time,
back to their
so his
side.
teammate can rotate. You understand?
Here we go. An M4
now they have
rewarded.
3A. Else Carrigan would have called for backup in
just
time.
Long enough to guarantee that they're able to get it up through brackets. So bomb down. That's one weapon for him and Netic the second.
Wow.
And it looks like they
didn't knife. No need to. Too risky.
Question is, how do you get
kill
in
the
there?
chicken jockey? Hell no.
We're over on
invisibility.
I still haven't watched the Minecraft movie. I'm so mad about myself.
Game for FaZe.
Loser. Yo, chill.
The previous round. This round here.
Netic equals kitten. Wait.
FaZe pull it off.
Don't tell me his name in reverse is kitten. Dude, whole FlyQuest
is timeout will be
moving a little bit sussy, no?
To win so quickly.
I'll remind you guys. One of the player had his name Cum Titties on Steam. That was Vexside.
Brokey opping this time.
Pros always forget how to clear their name history. You can sometimes find some crazy things. Rain also had some crazy last names. Butt plugs. Are those becoming trendy?
Quick dink. Tough one here for Ince. And trying to flush through the back corner player with the double molly. Frozen, able to lock this.
All right, we're just better.
This late boost might get them something. Yep, Regali grabs that frag.
Brokey not able to nab Liaz's shoulder.
Shoulder peaks are here.
What?
Yes, sir.
That he's cheating.
You will only find out about that now, but it could be time to go.
Frozen up on smoke, dies out to the Vexite.
Wow,
M4
what a shot.
Follow-throughs clean.
That wins the round.
Was beast, man. He ate the flash.
That's nonsense.
So many bodies for Frozen to try to hold back his smoke grenade. They held it
off.
Oh
no, Chad, is it toxic that this like, I don't know, doesn't make me happy, but like I have to laugh. Having an exam tomorrow and feeling the worst ever in my life. Chad, I'm only laughing because I used to be in his shoes so many times during my time in school. Oh my god, bro. Yo, listen, I don't have no advice because I also got cooked. I don't know, G.
At least in this round.
I don't know, bro.
Very curious. Gets us
lock in. I don't know.
Oh, that shot was
just lock in, bro.
Out of the boost.
Dude, I did everything on the last fucking dot. Homework always the evening before or the morning. Doing it with a friend. Wink, wink. I was always the bloke that was checking the notes right before the exam. Like still, everyone sits on their chair. Tables pushed aside of each other with a 50 centimeter difference, so you can't copy and stuff, right? Classical. I was checking the notes till the teacher said, yo, you gotta put that away now.
Something's so cool about that. Right after
the
flash.
Man, I still got cooked. That shit never helped. I enjoyed school though a lot. High school, loved it. Uni was more.
Brokey gonna respond.
Uni was kind of mid. Usually people say who are old, they say their favorite time was uni.
Yes. Oh man, that's why that felt
that's
so
wild.
weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also like catching someone running out.
For me, high school cleared.
But Brokey.
But I was also uni only 1 year. I don't know.
Spawn.
Uni best. I don't like that it's so like free.
Changing his playstyle.
Sure.
Like you're so on yourself. Nobody takes your hand. You know what I mean? For a guy like me, that's kind of I don't know. Man-child.
So they're going to try to get it going
chill,
on
bro,
B
chill.
Yet again. Will Regali be
I still did it.
as the
like,
jackknife to try
I could
to
have
crack it
continued
open now that the
like
smoke
I didn't get
cools
kicked
it
or
off.
had bad like worst grades or something.
This is a really low percentage round now for FlyQuest.
Weren't good either.
Especially with no open line of sight for the offer.
Oh, they're playing retake though.
But Alicia's on a bad time spray because Frozen just died back sight off the reload. He gets killed by Netic. This should not be happening. And yet we go 3v3.
Broken on the new off-print stream.
Burning, and Rain stops it. 15 seconds still left.
Yikes.
Rain disengages after getting
Gali
even
1v3 once again.
And so there's the difference off of the Norwegian.
Bomb out of his hands.
The saving grace.
I would not want to be in his shoes.
Here for FaZe.
Scary for Regali.
This guy or the exam guy?
Approach him, get really close after time. Always coming down late too. 1 second to go and he dies. It looks like after time. And that was a low percentage round because of the early.
Yeah, stick to streaming uni hate for you. Yo. Nah, bro. I'm going to show. I'm actually going to reroll.
Well, and with how many
now I'm getting my bachelor. I mean, enroll.
To afford a Legion early rotate.
Frozen will join up too.
There's a big emphasis on short side. FlyQuest off to smoke off the other side of the bracket. Apartment player with one of those AKs gets culled. This is all Rain. And way too easy for him. Not even tested.
Damn.
This guy doesn't take a single point of damage in the process, just holds them back. And there were guns out there on the field.
Yeah. Guys, I'm not going to waste
there's a lane smoke,
energy
there's a hall
on this
smoke that's
BO3.
fresh.
This is just an enjoyment BO3.
So they have complete
see your favorite team win.
Right here,
a clean face fucking W. Trust me, bro.
You can't
play Roblox,
celebrate if you
skip
win.
this shit. Calm down, pal.
Because
it's Muniz's birthday today.
Well, inexplicable, really.
Little bro is pushing 30 officially.
Lee's gonna be happy to find that one.
Oh, Brokey, we gotta hit those, Spur.
Red is out. Brokey low. He's got players around him to support in both Kerrigan and Rain towards Pit. M4 takes those unarmored heads real quick.
Wow, Navi sick us. Dude, I haven't watched Navi in so long. I want to see my boys again, bro.
Double frag to the face. They'll keep this one clean.
Completely bombed out of the game.
My friends, is a well. They try to chuck some down middle. Vexite's going to try to force through smoke off flash, but doesn't anticipate Kerrigan. My man getting even more aggressive as he tries to dive through it off of a flash. Going tit for tat with the aggression out of spawn.
Don't be
sloppy
now.
They said that they would be more respected. That was what Liaz's expectations were. This is a straight up
charm looks
round,
clean.
and FaZe are making them look like fools out mid.
Man, they're still pushing alt right now. Rain's getting the whole marathon lap around the entire map. Eventually constructing the only path that they can get out of, and they're going B with low HP.
Brokey. Wow.
Brokey not missing. His counterpart right here between the two sets of fire, so that'll catch him off. Regali on the angle. With more to do if they want to get into this B site, you've already got Rain down on T-ramp. Does not need to activate at all. Shouldn't.
Drilla's lost to this, where?
Just come and try to find him, because they see that Brokey peek and they know something's up.
Why are you saying that, bro?
They try to consider it, but they approach loudly, so Rain on high alert and a high...
Watching this instead of playing Portal 2 is crazy.
Just calling it out.
I don't know if you're actually horny for Portal 2 or not. Like, why do you want to see me play Portal?
FlyQuest
because I'm so fast and you think like, whoa, is it like Albert Einstein doing mathematics?
Clan, it seems.
We got the Netic ump.
Let's see what it's got to offer. Mac 10 for Ints as well. Those are the limited ones. It hits the ground instantly. Brokey going in for more shots. Tougher one at that. Multiple bodies around that half wall. Tagged slightly by a frag, smoked off in the process, and will FaZe disengage. Keep an eye on that boost, and the leash spam through. So a nice solidifying end to the first 12. FaZe Clan looking real confident in the face of the FlyQuest challenge here on Inferno. Heads up, high alert, waiting for this to fade.
I like the Prince stream. It's growing on me.
Kill. And a 9-3 CT side is
I like the full spectrum in the middle part.
Very comfortable start to this best
Where it shows all the colors, kinda clean.
Excellent.
Clash of Clans is the best.
Brokey hit some
Dude,
blinders.
I was grinding it when I was a kid, not gonna lie.
A very solid game. Very few mistakes.
God
they
damn.
happened early.
I remember one
Looks
time
like they had good reasons.
I was sick, I didn't go to school, and I was laying on the floor. I think there was a mattress on the floor. Maybe my bed wasn't ready. I don't fucking know. And I had a fever, and I was just grinding Clash Royale for like 10 hours that day. And I was trying to fill up a clan. I made a new clan. Can't remember the name of it. And I did it. I filled up a clan. I was advertising in global chat. I somehow got them like... I don't know what I was saying though. Active, checkmark emoji.
First 3 duels.
Donating, checkmark emoji, join now or something, I don't know.
Off with the first one, but the B-side defenders
I filled that shit in a day.
Yeah, man, that was great from the
so proud of myself.
Of that setup.
They removed global chat? Really? That was blast. Why you take the fun away? Will you go to PJ Lasana with that goofy haircut? What am I supposed to do, bro? Fucking like what? I can't grow this faster than... Oh, I got 2 weeks. It's looking promising.
Bit of a tough spot, but he keeps it clean with that MP9.
I let it grow for 2 weeks.
And Frozen's
I think I'm flying in 2 weeks or something.
That'll give him an extra
and I'll go Baba one day before,
and
I say,
quickly in behind him.
Can you fix this?
And Liaz makes a bit of extra cash.
Should be fine.
Should be fine. Here from Netic.
Cap? I don't have a cap.
I will be.
I think I look acoustic with caps.
Shot of the tournament.
You already do.
I want to say.
Shit. When Minecraft with Cadrill Part 3? Oh, I don't know, bro. I'm still so sad. Like, we literally had it. I don't know if I can do it again for 6 hours. Like, oh my god. It's so annoying that we were that close. Like, we should have ended it there, bro.
More often. She goes for the close clear. And
4 people on this side.
The coast
FaZe clan, don't do it.
At least so it seems. In reality, FaZe just posturing outside of this A site, pausing for a moment with both apartments and mid control.
Well, it's all coast in Australia.
Oh.
Got to make the rounds.
Valid.
Oh, maybe timing? No.
Here it comes.
Nice
Attack
Rain.
on short side as the first blood goes the way of Rain. Quick.
Do we have a Molotov? No, we don't.
Not ideal here with the SMG. AK's
Lol.
honed in on
White
him.
swing is crazy.
Oh, and Regali had kind of pulled himself off of the angle because of the smoke here on Moto. So
Easy.
utility makes a big difference.
With this
Will us try another major?
Sort of
I don't know, bro.
Slow learner, but a high ceiling in the new roles.
The new format is so annoying. Like, you
comes
need to
straight
go
to
with
them,
a team
like,
that's already top
Asian,
50,
where
else,
played
like,
overpass
you can't have open qualifiers. And those teams already have someone, you know.
Back on SK, playing
I don't know if I want to go all in yet
the
and
debut
sign
with
a
FaZe,
team,
it
you know, and go
was
crazy.
definitely
Like,
oh, he's getting caught off guard a lot. And he doesn't jiggle a lot.
Something
he picks really angles
long,
he really
long
believes
term.
in. Important.
By
He was
Astralis.
holding halls down and how his half affected the rest of the game.
dude, I can't do that, bro.
It's big for FaZe that he's
They want
comfortable
2
now in
mil.
this position.
Do it. Yo, pay 2 to 3 mil to do what? Not do the major. Yeah, bro. GG. W.
Eventually comes.
I mean,
W prize.
incredible for
Ins 2 and 13. OG
It's a
pass.
roster that I feel like has just earned so much forgiveness in struggles because you can't help but believe it'll bounce back. And bouncing back through arch control right now till the nade finds him. Well-timed peek out from Vexite, but he drops empty-handed.
3 on 3.
Ince's utility keeps the pressure up. It's going to send these low-health players scrambling.
We just
into
keep
Liaz,
abusing
who
fucking
hits a
A side.
zinger of a headshot, repositions underneath the balcony, and opens a door for the in-game leader to just get into a comfort zone. And Elige, no teammates left over. The utility, I think, this time, kind of the best thing about the defense.
Jam time,
really
question
pelted
mark.
them on both sides of
AK is
brackets.
valuable. We don't want to give that over.
For Vexite, like you said, it was really well timed, but awkward as one player was leaving the smoke and another was just coming back out.
We haven't had a clutch yet in this map. Elige going to be looking to change that here in the 16th.
No shot.
He's got to smoke, just smoke off Liaz once he gets line of sight on it. Then it's all about just isolating the duel versus
Here's a guy.
But he could also decide not to throw it, not to announce himself, get a kill first.
Come on,
and then
Elige.
use it to cross over. Ooh, he gets it. A single round would have dropped Liaz out of this one.
He had such a big window there. Call me crazy, I would have had that, bro.
Show up
I feel like I actually would have.
today to be able to still be
The guy on
behind
pit was
FaZe,
1
so
HP, bro.
It really.
Speaking of which,
Witch.
more
We're
nade
getting
damage
Witch
for
evolution
FaZe to
now.
have to stomach.
Sorry.
Trying to isolate Vexite, trying to soften him up. A lot of utility being burned here by FaZe on the approach. Vexite steps up to the plate with a double. Nicely done. But we also get this arch fight. Opper zones right in. Perfect shot out of Regali, and the disengage is clean. You've got Rain, of course, to try to join up with Brokey on the B site. Nedic's got to be on high alert, and he wins the duel. Ready for Rain's approach. Brokey cautious about somebody in sight. It's the CT hold instead.
Brokey.
And perfectly timed here out of FlyQuest. So they're
Yo,
cutting
hey,
down this
we're not
lead on
doing
the
a
defense.
CT side comeback,
They've won
FlyQuest.
majority rounds since the second half started. They've
FaZe
just
clan,
effectively
face the
reset
fuck up
the
and lock in,
economy
bro.
of FaZe. Just 3 rounds
It's
behind.
FlyQuest.
Yeah, with an eco
This should
to
be
help
easy.
catch up as well. Coming in a little
This
late,
is
but
starting
hitting that
to
hard flick as
PMO
well.
me. Come on, bro.
Much needed dual win
Pistols
from
only.
Nedic,
FaZe
because
clan on
if not,
pistols,
we see
one of
that
the most
position
dangerous
for Ince on
teams,
CT
trust me.
cross. Basically all of FlyQuest ready to defend
Carry
it.
again.
So numbers game looks good, and process of engagement there's perfect. Draw him in, knock him down.
Problem on
Next round,
Dust 2
full
versus
focus.
Falcons, the first map of yesterday. Don't think they got a single round besides maybe the pistol. And that would be a weird story if they somehow got their CT together, but their T side starts to fall off.
This one gets complete.
Come on, where's our
Luckily,
energy,
it's
bro?
behind you.
Oh,
so you
yeah.
don't have to read it.
Why you don't play LOL?
Right.
Because I get addicted to it when
Then
I
it could
play
just
it.
say,
You gotta know your limits, bro. I know my limits. I can't play games
what a
like
joke,
that.
laugh and cry.
Like once I play and play some
one
ranked,
feels
I
important.
just want to become faker.
Nedic charging it down. It's Kerrigan on the receiving end. Ooh,
You know what I mean?
Goodness, wins the duel.
Oh, he wishes he would have won that.
Yeah, absolutely pelted by Nate. Still able to keep himself alive. They know damn well that he's in there.
Oh, he doesn't find that?
Oh my God. Vision really for
Surely we
anybody
don't
to
go
kind
A
of poke
again,
and
right?
prod. Not to mention, they could be grouping up inside of Banana right now. That's going to cause the FlyQuest rotation back. Good call from Kerrigan, I think, to just pause this.
I think
mean, hey,
they're also a little bit
2
suspicious
people are
of the
there.
fact there's
That's
no
it.
searching being done here inside of middle.
Including
They
the
wait this
AWP,
out.
though.
They're expecting a FlyQuest to re-expand.
We have a single Molotov to take over the site. No flash.
Themselves now in this moment.
No more smokes.
They do let
that is
get
sassy.
back onto site.
Yeah, no flash is crazy, especially against Ob. How are we going to bait the bullet? We don't. We eat it.
Porch instead,
30 seconds.
Shot's clean. Liaz has kept his
headshot
head down
angle.
long enough. Now just
no
keeps
vision.
It really tucked. Rotator drop down to 40.
Figali, close range off. Hard shots to hit. Can he do it?
But it's all about when he comes
20 seconds. FaZe Clan edging in. Again, no util. We would do anything for flash right now.
Regali still just stranded. Finally try to pull the
How is he not dead?
Brokey can't clear sight
1v2 for Brokey. 10 seconds remaining. Has the bomber.
8 on the clock.
Fully in the open. Guy in library. Doesn't commit. Commits.
From library ends this. FaZe looked like they were stalled.
Yeah,
Yikes. How do we not have a single flash at a minute? One flash and the round looks different. FaZe washed. Dude, I remember when FaZe was the shit in CS2. We made every single grand final at the start. We were the ones who adapted the fastest. People feared us. It was always cinema too. Now we're struggling against FlyQuest. I don't get it. How can be still in this team, Kerrigan? Kerrigan is not the problem, bro.
Speed, sort of taking duels by himself.
Here it is.
But minus Robs, minus Twist, that's just a big hit.
All he's got to do is deal with Nedic.
Yeah, he's alone.
Solo defender drops its incendiary. Of course, rotate not too far off. They can set up some flashes for Nedic. He's trying to drop.
Oh, doesn't know that he's sizzling.
It's Frozen dead. Frozen goes.
3 people already close by.
Nice. Eventually get into the
this is Pistols. Once again, FaZe one of the most feared games. Teams from fucking Pistols, bro.
Doesn't look like the plant gets interrupted. Desperate little spray.
No. Bomb plant already good.
Off that one. And so FaZe may have put the bomb down, put an M4 into the hands of Elige, but at the
It's
cost
available.
of half his
No
health
utility though.
0 banana control. But the reality is FlyQuest don't have that for the retake.
We've got no retake utility at all.
Come on.
Banking on the hold
Tech
of the
9.
solo defender. Inst catches contact up close. There's the swing.
Nice.
M4, it's doing damage, but it's not finding frags. Elige finally gets one.
1v1. Lose a bit.
Clears off the bomb site.
Has the right angle. Brokey.
There's the peak.
Oh, point one. Brokey can't believe it.
Point 1 on that defuse, and it gets denied.
My goodness.
Maybe even less than point 1 because it doesn't go in intervals. I think it goes from point 1 straight to defuse. Could have been like a .01.
But
0.8 of a second.
Yo, Brokey to weaken.
You lose to the Tex. You try to stop this bracket play here, but it looks like FaZe.
I thought.
Want to set a slightly different pace.
Careful.
Open the smoke a second time.
Nice
ends up killing the Opper.
Tilton Regale for sure.
His entries in question, but he offers one up.
50 seconds and we're already close towards bomb site B. Meanwhile, FlyQuest is worried about A. Actually, what are we cooking? Wait, this could go either way. Could be a situation where Kerrigan wants to fake out B. Meanwhile, we explode on A. Yeah, molly towards B, bomb towards A.
Nedic again on this solo
FlyQuest doesn't eat it.
a little awkward here because no pit. No crossfire for pit.
2 defenders each side.
Vexite will be very vulnerable if he takes the wrong swing around the outside of default.
20 seconds. Face time. Don't lose the time.
Move in here.
Oh, M4 for Daybreak. M4 for Daybreak. I love that M4.
Gotta run a risk, but the
haven't seen that ever in pro play.
Trap it all, and that's a big pick
Very OG skin.
Huge wall bang response here from Elige. Multiple bodies swing in. He's going massive. Triple kill for John.
I don't like how that setup distilled, but they're obviously nervous about the right thing in general, which was lane.
Let's get it.
Facing with a 40.
The last round, bye, is disgusting as expected. Whoa.
The Welsh.
We're not going to lose to some Looney Tunes MP9s, guys.
Brokey just eating flashbangs.
One thing is important now, chat. We can't let them get those weapons if they get kills.
They open it up, though. They open that
Saved Orb, doing damage, but we know that it's A now. Orb on A, go B, trust me.
That's still a bit of respite for FlyQuest. Spam isn't that far off the mark either. Brokey could get away with a robbery.
3v4.
Kerrigan also holding the smoke.
Man, this is a crazy move here. FlyQuest actually double push. So will they expect a crossfire? Probably not.
We need
but
the
can
double
they still
here.
handle it? That's the other question.
Kerrigan has bomb by GG, guys. Molly is good. No.
Spam him down, but he's able to just jump into the opposite corner.
-10.
100 health on the 2 remaining FaZe clan members.
With that smoke fresh, I think Nedic knows they're going to probably try to go towards
30
A, but
seconds.
Liaz moves up ahead.
Yeah, good move from Liaz.
Kerrigan.
We'll see if Kerrigan's cautious
what
about
is he
it.
checking? Left or right? Left is correct. Wow! Turns on him. 2v2. And Kerrigan needs a quadruple clutch.
FaZe's teammate, now we've got him on the line, and a well-timed shot on smoke. Reads it like a book.
Yo,
Kind of saves them
These
there.
smokers are starting to pissing me off, bro. They got a weird G-force setting, I know it.
FlyQuest player was waiting for it to be open
we
to
have
take
money.
a fight. Thought he got a kill while the guy was running away. It was all part of the plan.
All right.
Okay.
Guys,
that's what
that was 2 AKs against 1 MP9. Are we serious right now? Oh, hell no. Look at our money, chat. And don't smile.
I mean, FaZe
last round is going to be
want to be
cooked.
able to save these guns. But to be honest,
chat, we need to save those guns, but look at minimap.
They need to have money for next round as
Squeezing
well.
from all sides from FlyQuest.
Oh, this is actually a very interesting spot.
And it does, but gets away better off than
they're gonna
not.
come
Down to 38.
They're gonna come and they maybe even want to try after time, chat.
You rarely see a position
they may
like
just keep these guys there like lab rats. That's why FaZe is pushing right now. If they die after time, it's GG. They want to get into safety. Brokey.
Easy hold as far as Liaz is concerned.
Run, buddy, run.
They'll let Brokey get a little further away. Look at this whole team come hunting.
Look, minimap.
They know damn well what they want from it.
Okay, they're going too slow. They're going too slow.
That's one of the best possible outcomes for FaZe, even saving one gun and actually taking a player at the same time. Looks like Brokey will stay alive in the end by this MP9 spray transfer. Only man is he practicing this gun.
Lock in, Brokey. FlyQuest in overtime. That brings me back. If you know, you
it's
know.
Not an impossible buy.
Had that double air push this last round. They had the MP9 go into ult.
Kerrigan on the Mac 10.
Feels like
he saw what the MP9 can do. He said, I can do that too. Let's see it.
Afforded it, they wield it well.
That's not good.
Okay. And you've got Alige dead. Of all the FlyQuest players, it's been the most quiet.
FaZe slam, please.
But FaZe will be feeling that first blood. Alige to the wayside. 4v5. All that's left of this regulation. There's a chance they swarm this A site. Already bomb up in the apartments alongside Rain, ready to go. Mac 10
looks
at
like
the helm.
it. Single smoke remaining on Kerrigan. Once again, no flashes. Last time we tried to go A with no flashes, it was a disaster. And guess what? The AWP is on the right side again. Luckily smoked off. Nice, Kerrigan. Nice, Rain.
3 kills.
FlyQuest fumbling right when it matters.
Pushed to the very limits of regulation.
4v2.
And yet they puncture through that defense with lesser guns.
Oh, FlyQuest.
It has to be the retake. They're going to try it. Extremely unlikely position, but they've got util. It's still early. As the players just dip out of vision.
There's a smoke here on Netic, but it's gun in hand. He's got to try to approach. You've got a layered defense in the corner.
I've never seen this guy before. No shot in a pressure moment like this. He does deliver. No way.
You've got a Mac 10 now on short side to confirm it. And oh god, of course. FaZe
but he was unfazed by that.
Would have loved to close this in convincing fashion, but no OT needed.
Fucking go, bro.
And poor FlyQuest.
After this, Falcons versus Spirit. Donk versus Munizi, aka Nico. What? Well, whoa. Hey.
Right? Very clean start. Double Beretta engagement.
This is our map pick, by the way.
Lobby approach. See you later phase. Mind you, they
Zato,
did get
3
for the
6 months. Speedy, Kuss for the Twitch Prime. Welcome.
So it's Netic up
2
next.
2 stands, Twitch Prime. Martin, Twitch Prime. FaZe, Kussy.
Fast overreaction. Obviously, it's easier to rotate back up for them with Liaz on the ramp. But wise move from FaZe.
3v5 still winnable.
And an even better one, actually, is they pass by Mini. Now they threaten the reverse ramp take as well as getting up into heaven, where they know that FlyQuest have almost certainly left. I think FlyQuest are actually living with a tiny bit of regret.
Closing the prediction in a minute here. Last chance to enter.
Very scary for them. They've got someone trapped inside of Secret, but they don't see Bomb. Brokey's still testing them. And since Vexite has come back to check this, okay, gets the kill.
My dualies don't do that on long range.
Still get out heaven, though. Dropping into the backside. Bomb's a little delayed. Still stuck up top. It can be thrown down. Kerrigan's going to scoop it.
2v5.
A little bit of money looks likely. Vexite just running to stop it. But it's planted, so
Daddy Rain 1v5 could be legendary play.
The plant. Rain
could be legendary.
Impossible 1v5.
5 HP could be legendary.
Although still a small chance.
Looks like he's playing a fucking 1v5 silver challenge.
Come on, lots of headshots right here, Rain.
Swing. And he's going to let him have it. Vexite, 10-second defuse comes out. And that is FlyQuest with another
same
pistol
craft
round
as jail.
Now don't you
Rainbow
dare
flag on the Glizzy Fade.
Lose to the force buy. A quick peek to gather that info. There it is. Brokey was looking for the exact shot that Rain ends up nailing. That's Regali down for the count. And I feel like just enough caution by FlyQuest. Rain gets down to Secret.
They actually got that plant. They didn't overinvest. They just they got only Deagles.
Nah, Chad, I'm telling you.
Have made it a 5v3.
Most dangerous team on Deagles. Oh, has to be
that
FaZe
goes
Clan.
to worse.
Deagle headshot out from Rain, the only guy that brought Kevlar to the table.
Yo.
No way. I mean, this is supposed to be an easy scoop up from FlyQuest, but then they looked timid after that one kill. They allowed players to get downstairs.
Damn, they didn't even
but
pause
the thing was,
by.
Rain
Just
made contact
Deagles,
with the
not
main
even
players,
Cap.
so you'd really think
Rain has
the
Cap,
next guy
that's it.
lower would have been on high alert for Rain to come at him.
This could be worse. They could have picked up guns in this spot. They only got this MP9 upgrade for Rain, but yeah, FlyQuest, they just have to take this on the chin.
Chad, who's the best Deagle player?
Crazy.
If you would put all players, even retired maybe, into a
rounds like that slip through
1v1 and you would go tournament bracket,
you'd expect the full force to come in.
Who would win?
They would do this with just Deagles.
Yeah, so I said, like, they're just looking for a kill or two. It's really all they wanted.
Nico?
They got a kill or two and then a third, and
Most people saying Nico.
Nedic really writing off the possibility of Rain being down that deep.
Yeah.
Right back to heartbreak, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Don can also be nasty with Deagle.
Right back into
Nico,
the thick of it versus a FaZe clan.
They
Wants a
ohnepixel?
convincing win in this series, I think.
Yeah. One thing you have to realize, winning the pistol means nothing if you lose the follow-up.
What's that?
That one's through his smoke.
They just lost the follow-up.
I don't even know. That must have just been one bullet. And Inz's screen goes black.
Frozen, be aware.
They tries to get cheeky, but Frozen ready for the kind of a push. Nedic's dual Berettas
That was one of the big weapons. That wasn't
so
M4.
looking very clean here for the FaZe conversion. Kerrigan holding on and confirming what is left. That last remaining member over towards ramp, burned out from chasing Kerrigan. And so
Good drop though. I like those
FlyQuest
stickers
up
a
in
lot.
smoke to regain this early momentum.
This had the same framework as the last round, like a lot of very individual duels. Not much utility involved, just good angles being picked here for FaZe. And with one opening kill comes a response and aggression. Frozen's waiting for it, and they're just not missing. So Regali looking for scraps. Can't find anything. 5 up for FaZe.
Hell yeah, Frozen 3K this time, just locking down the squeaky door.
I was in Ecuador.
Find it.
Oh, he just saw too much, but he gets the dink and gets out.
And the guy really wanted to make me happy. Like, he was so scared of cutting. And there was a language barrier. My Spanish, no es perfecto.
There's guns there.
So,
Kerrigan's gonna try to hold it on now.
yo, Mods, I was joking.
Nice.
So, he asked, like, what do you want? And I said, 6mm. I showed him 6mm, right? And of course, I'm talking about the sights. But he whipped out his razor, put it on 6, and starts on top. I swear on everything. And I was like, I don't even know if I said anything. I was in shock, I think, knowing that I would be clapped for the next, like, 2 months. And then he literally gave me a military haircut. Bro.
Rounds have been a little too clean here for FaZe.
6mm, man.
3 players from FlyQuest, not a kill yet so far.
Yeah, but Launders, I remember the first half of Inferno.
Yeah.
I'm not getting tricked again.
In Ecuador, Barbas are usually very straightforward because they have 7 or 8 to 10 different pictures on the wall. It's like 10 dudes with 10 different haircuts, and they always have like a signature on the side. And then they ask you which one you want, and you choose one, like at McDonald's.
As Regali gets killed and Kerrigan also able to emerge into this ace split. Vent approach denied. Liaz just kind of.
But I fucked up. I didn't do that. I just said
it's
6.
obviously being watched. All too easy here for Kerrigan as they pelt the last remaining player with some nades. He's been confirmed, but still fighting his way out of this. Brokey's got the final laugh, and that is 4-1.
And it looks like Frozen's found the vulnerability. This will be a split towards lower. Ramp is open for the moment, and Liaz just off the mark with that Deagle.
I'm doing it myself.
It's the first time FlyQuest actually have somebody to try to hold them back at the bottom of Secret Stairs.
Wait, I don't know how to delete
They're
it.
coming back up the vent.
Scout misses its chance. Frozen will not give Int a second go of it off the Scout. Best weapon in the round for FlyQuest. That MP9 floating here in the hands of Nedic. Also now going lower. Meant to be alongside Regali. He kind of gets jumbled up there. Awkward.
He's like, go see if it's clear.
5v2.
All's good so far here for FaZe Clan. Taking a bit
What
of
are
damage
these
on
fucking
Brokey
tags?
and
Ohnepixel, fuck
Ohne.
Mods, delete that shit now, please.
6 rounds deep.
That was a close one.
Yeah.
we got it,
Yeah,
though.
you can call it close.
It was very close, okay? And then, oh, okay, never mind. We jumped right into this round.
that's
Kerrigan
ambitious.
misses the vent.
And the pressure outside's looking good for a potential FlyQuest follow-up. It's just rained down to 2. Damn, what gave FaZe the balls to go for a play this fast?
Ah, chat, you're being amazing. You're being very funny right now, yes. Clap it up for the chat.
What a 5-round streak does to a man. Kerrigan throws the strap book out the window, comes flying out squeaky. Easy first pickup.
Is this game done? Loki, I want to play myself right now. Own some noobs in Premier.
Maybe not the strap book, but the
I'm gonna
caution
keep
at
it
least.
a
That's
buck.
perfect.
2 points of health, not much left there for Ince to have to clean up. This is looking comfortable now for FlyQuest. Even further damage on Frozen. That last piece of FaZe upstairs. Bomb confirmed and completely held back. Nice triple kill this round out of Netic. Looking for a round to be proud of, really, in this matchup, and there's one for his name.
But you can be immobilized sometimes. So in this spot, we look at the map. I mean, the CTs do not know a lot about what's going on. They've got no vision outside whatsoever. Inz will be that first contact. But
play a game, turn this off. I'm already committed now.
No, he's fully smoked. I mean, there's a chance that Netic over towards
Can't
the
switch now.
main entrance.
I feel like we should have played CS though, not gonna lie.
This is just one of those threats that you know is a possibility. Oh, okay. Fine.
I would hit some insane flicks
That's
right
nice,
now.
Brokey, slow approach denied. And another 5v3 here for FlyQuest. Now, you'd surely assume that somebody could be up in heaven, but Netic's hesitation over towards Vent makes me think that they've kind of written this off. Now, an Elite just comes out to win the duel. Doubles down on Regali inside of Hut. What looked like a comfortable spot for FlyQuest. What was 5v3 gets upended in an instant, and they go post-plant man advantage here, FaZe Clan.
It looked like an op chance for Regali. Hasn't got a frag yet, and there could have been a trade up into heaven. Instead,
is he gonna go 0-7?
And INS to come in for the retake, but
2v2. Molly is on the dome. Kerrigan has to reposition. Nice. 1v1. Elish, Quadra kill clutch. Can he do it? Nate would finish the job. Is it on the dome? Good guy. Oh, shit. Nate, no connection.
Smoke on top. Elish won't let him have his hands on the bomb, and it is FaZe's.
So two options are, over-rotate and assume that FaZe are going to make a move, but FaZe are going to play really well off the information.
Gonna explode. Nice.
I could see him considering it with the wallbang earlier, but then he just writes it off.
Yeah.
Kind of a little lapse there in the threat.
Gali 0-6. May get his first kill here.
Well held by Brokey on that side of the site.
I believe in you. Not a signature weapon. Here's an AWP. Gets it! On the scoreboard, and now the Australians can start.
Keeps them out of it. And all the while, you've got this insurance policy and Rain over towards the ramp. Left there early with the first bit of map control FaZe grabbed. So they scare Liaz downstairs, and then they go 4 strong into that A site. Beautiful round out of Frozen, I'd say.
I mean, yeah.
Dude, by the way.
Been a great day in terms of getting info.
I was watching some Jinx here, and he was reacting to a video. People were also fucking counting the pauses. Bro, I swear that shit is so annoying.
That's crazy.
Yo.
To be here.
Oh my god. That shit's pissed me off just looking at the chat. I wasn't even streaming.
Rain's looking to clear all of it.
Oh my god.
They will.
The pause counter.
Nade lands after.
Brokey gets the job done. Sole survivor of this one. As unfortunately for FlyQuest, the CT side is just puttering.
Again, you can see,
what are we taking the time
doesn't
out
matter
for?
which perimeter gets taken. If this is ramp secured early on, if it's outside secured in the previous rounds where FlyQuest can't fight them and get away with the kill first, FaZe know exactly how to use that little bit of extra map control to just totally constrict the presence of FlyQuest and have them turning and spinning around as they go to clear out angles.
Thoughts on that jersey?
Didn't know what the appropriate reaction would be. They had no idea
no,
what
it has
FaZe
some
could have
like
snuck into. And yeah, it's just
texture
where Nuke gets very difficult on CT side. Communication.
Kind of like it. It's different.
Can't help but feel for Ince. He was thinking about that
Australia
position
too.
It's so hard to be
sooner.
It's so hard to be knowing that there is a correct move to get aggressive, but to find that while also keeping yourself safe as you get there.
Yes.
And I think those two things are the dilemma right now for FlyQuest.
Feels like they've gotta get off the leash at this point because it's 5 rounds. CT side best case.
What are they going to do?
Playing with 5.7s in this one little half fire with a couple MP9s on the field. Just FaZe have been so methodical. And also so unpredictable.
This AK
Quite
looks
a
disgusting,
varied attack so far throughout the half.
I had to say it.
Feels like we've
seen
them
FaZe
emphasize every potential entrance of this A
in that position.
And then sprinkle in just enough B pressure in that ramp pressure that we saw versus Liaz, for example. But at least FlyQuest do kind of make a move, go up into the lobby, find out that it's been completely cleared. But at what point do you head downstairs and how do you get there? No vent control. They're going to have to bank off ramp.
They also still don't know that they could still be outside, right? They could still be wrapping into mini. So for the moment, FlyQuest are still upper.
Yeah, they're clearing it though from hell. 2 players hell, 1 heaven. Elish, cheeky spot. A bit ratty, but he'll get traded out by Liaz, and now that could serve as the activation for FaZe, surely with no other possibility in the round. They take a bit more of a tempo to clear out this B site. They'll find it
just hit
completely
all your
cleared for the
shots.
taking.
Don't be dumb.
Still just enough utility. That'll give them a bit more safety on the approach. But it is indeed theirs for the taking. Down to 30 seconds, and FlyQuest arrive at the base of ramp with numbers.
They're surprised to not see anybody, but as you can see, they were moving as a pack to clear things out. But even though they took over Hut, you have to wonder if they're going to get a little scared.
Restarts the PC, GG.
Or if they're going to commit to this. It's going to come down to ints.
Well timed.
Great kill.
One of the very few moments of actual like red box pressure we've seen out of the defense. A question of too little too late, but offers an opening here in the 11th.
What?
It was almost as if he didn't like calling on teammates to help him with his outside control, so he just took safe positions that were good for him and just reinforced upper.
My mouse is not working anymore.
Instead tries to take this round by the reins, and it works for the opening, but there's a peek from Regali punished. They know about Liaz. Tough place for him to run from.
My keyboard just turned its lights off.
Yeah, Liege won't let
what the fuck is
leave.
What a crazy
mouse
attack.
works again.
Leash now in lower.
Keyboard,
they're spread out pretty heavily.
And Brokey's got bomb still waiting upside.
What happens now? Leash down to 22 health.
I just want to check my fucking
very
DPI.
Good position to be in. They're not overcommitted lower either.
Yeah, at any moment he could have walked through that doorway as well, so Netic has to consider the threat from sight instead. And in him changing sides, that's exactly what allows Elish to get closer. Now, he knows this fight is right on the brink of the stairs, and he slides down under him. Netic gets back around the corner. The vent peak predicted, but both players hold their own. Held up their side of the bargain in this T-half.
Second option.
Regali lands the shot, but Frozen survives through the wall and then gets the Netic kill. Luckily, the trade comes out by way of nade. You take what you can get if you're FlyQuest at this point. Does Regali try for another?
Wait, but in Windows, I can also put the mouse sensitivity,
around
no?
This Hut exit. It's one thing to hold this
Do you
angle
max
so
that
you
shit
can
out?
fall back. It's another to try to really press your luck inside lobby. Opts not to for the time being. They're going to go redirecting over towards Squeaky, where Kerrigan has managed to find an outer kill. So now they're going to be extra confident. They take the vent downstairs. And is there a lower rotate?
Man, they understand the map so well at the moment, and this is totally silent as a snake down lower. 3 players still waiting upstairs. Oh, and Kerrigan catches that kill on Vex site.
Wow, everyone says 6.
It's not every day you get a kill from top silo and then kill somebody top silo. And then potentially could have had that third, but at least Regali's recovered the lobby control. Again, it's going to be a desperate attempt at a retake here. Liaz looking back sight. Confirms Alicia's position, but now finds himself alone.
Last round.
And of course, Elige keeps it clean. An upper hold that features 2 at the moment. Brokey and Elige look to lock it down, and Rain's going to be the most impatient of all. Activates outside. Oh no, not the util.
Oh, nice. Let him throw the util.
That's the second time we catch them with their pants down.
To commit into A,
is that anti-strat?
Way more comfortable for the FaZe boys, and so maybe that's why we get this transition towards ramp. They find that for free at least.
Peeking at the right second, knowing that he's throwing something. Kerrigan.
And they're going to continue to try to press against him. Good gush. Vexite on the chase. Kerrigan's going to get found out. They definitely wanted that kill.
Nice one, Vex.
Yo, Vexite on
pistols, honestly.
Glock connects twice. And that is a man advantage for FlyQuest off of the back of the chase.
Leech.
Ew, but still body spotted.
Both,
they go
no bullets connecting.
Into Heaven. Vexite going to continue to fight here on his own. 2 CTs to deal with him. Heaven players still hold that ground. They've lost their teammate in sight. Vexite's doing everything himself. That's
Frozen
a triple
died,
kill here in the pistol. And it's a
Vexite onto the fucking ace. Will be a 10-second defuse.
No kit. Here comes the swing. 2 players
Vexite
down.
onto the ace.
On for the ace. As Brokey taps that bomb, no kit
he deserves the ace, low-key.
10-second defuse.
What a pistol player.
At some point.
Bro already doubled his kills.
Just going to make sure that he's not on it. Again, 10-second defuse needed. Brokey unable to get that much necessary instant headshot. So he plays with him.
Wins it.
A chance for the
I wish he got the ace, though. Go for the ace.
Yeah, man, excellent. And it's not only the only pistol where he's done incredibly well. I love how Alicia's still coming forward slowly, like, I'm going to kill you.
What?
Able to tuck into blue box.
Okay.
There we go. Rain, though, has to reveal himself. That M4 now known to his opponents, who look content to try to take more control outside, but that
Hero
is to
M4.
give Rain
Hero
another
M4
chance.
has to do damage.
And he's doubled down
One
with the
more.
rifle.
No.
Goes for thirds, and they are
They're keeping it loose.
expecting him fully. There certainly would have been anticipation for that follow-up.
Oh, man, I think they're just being a little too telegraphed right now. It seems clear exactly where everyone from FlyQuest is. Kerrigan's going around to rappel just in case they go back to explore that option, and they haven't tested Brokey. Now
Back
they have
to
to hit
fucking
upstairs.
A.
There's no time to do anything else.
Frozen sitting
Hey,
on
we
top
got two
of the
people
hut.
here.
Here's
This is
the
good.
flashbang. Oh, even better.
Oh, man.
Man, they're going to be fully exposed
MP9's
out in the
long
open
range, though.
and with little time. He goes for
Nice.
Riaz first, keeps it clean. Heaven player serves the distraction, but
2v2.
Frozen just throws
Both
himself
Australians
at
are
it.
low, 8
We've got
seconds.
low health. Easy cleanup for Brokey with the Berettas, and he is going to stop them. No kill after time, but a total wash 3 times.
What option?
FaZe knew exactly what to do. Again,
Literally
with the
10 out of
space,
10
just
already
like in the
before it
first
even
half.
started.
Frozen drops. Gives Brokey a chance, and
Oh, we
all
get
of a
Frozen.
sudden, Force
Nice.
Spy starts to get kills. It's Brokey and Frozen down. Fast move here from Elige, finds him outside of control, but that's Netic with a second.
Lol.
A Famas picked up off his first victim, gives man advantage FlyQuest.
Gangle.
They can't win the
M4
follow-up, but
upgrade,
maybe
12
the
bullets
Force
in this.
Spy thereafter. M4 for Kerrigan, nice little upgrade. Holds
two
on
Anks
to the
in the
decon
clutch.
door. Netic up above, Mac 10 down beneath.
Gen
And they look
time.
to join up. Elige and Rain with rifles split up.
Frozen.
And poor Liaz
5-7
is going to have his
great
hands
on
full.
close
2
range.
players as that smoke fades, and it's not even a rifle needed.
Overpowered.
5-7 bests him.
He was just watching that corner, though, wasn't he?
And here's that second rifle we mentioned.
Right.
In a good spot to hold back Netic, but Netic wins with the lesser weapon and the lesser health.
Put the
getting a
kid
lot
in
of
the
hard
bag.
kills.
Put the kitten in the bag.
Ooh, turns his back to the lobby entrance. Be frustrated about that bit of timing. Elige picks up the mantle lower. We've got an
shit
approach out
AK.
through main. They're going to find a site clear for the taking, so good threat assessment. And they dodge that looming
Nice.
problem that is FaZe players downstairs. Now,
Almost
there's
down, though.
guns to be grabbed.
Upgrades are too valuable, it feels like. Especially considering their positions down here in the vent. Too much time will be drawn off the clock. Frozen has a kit to work with, but it doesn't feel like the mistake's going to be made that's going to elicit the chance for a retake. So, well done here, FlyQuest.
A duo of 5-7s out there on the field. Everybody else, though, armored with rifles, of course.
Come on, come on, come on.
Netic very quickly going to take over the ramp room again. It's not Frozen, but Kerrigan, his victim this time. And Elige going to turn late. Brokey's downstairs at least. This could put a bit of a dampening on the FlyQuest follow-through on site. He holds on to a bit more control. But it is indeed bomb planted. Second Molotov also off the mark.
W edging.
They could come at him, but do they realize
They may
that
not check it. They may
deep
think
corner
that the
wasn't
molly cleared.
clear?
Wow!
Oh, man.
What a double.
What a mistake.
3v2. Game is on.
Brokey finds not one,
Bomb
but
halfway down,
both.
but Rain has a kit.
And he swaps into the
AK upgrade.
AK-47 as well. Still, his teammates are already literally standing in their spawn, so it's all
No,
Brokey
no,
or nothing.
no. Why are we not
What could
trying?
have set
Why
it
are we
up
not
if they were
trying,
still
bro?
in hell?
Yeah,
Mongols would have
they-
put on their
Taking a sniff
fucking boots and
at
they would
that
have
ramp.
retaken
Yeah,
this.
if they sat around. And this attack can stop mini rotators from getting out. They've got that covered. Keep options open late into the round. Coming out decon fast.
Yeah, 25, and
Nice.
Brokey's gonna just go ahead and kill one.
Put the
Easy
fries in
for
the back.
Frozen to emerge from the back corner, so no entry in this one. And with it, it is
Let's
a
go,
far
baby.
more
Let's
stable
go, let's
defense.
go, let's
Liaz
go.
finally collecting something
Spirit
for the
versus
FlyQuest
Falcons.
camp, but it's all too little, all too late.
I don't know if FlyQuest realized the map's got a little bit smaller here.
Daddy Rain.
Dangerous,
9.
though. Elige just kind of keeps giving that a bit of a
No
jiggle.
trolling,
He
please.
doesn't do it fast
No
enough.
trolling,
Vexite
please.
onto the
Nice
fight
Frozen.
towards Trophy.
Keeps it alive.
Ooh,
Kerrigan, that's my
Kerrigan bringing
boy.
it back. Not another 3v5.
40 seconds.
I don't know if FlyQuest could stomach it.
Lots of map presence
But
from
they
the
let their
CTs.
guard
Nice.
down. Luckily for them,
2v2.
simultaneous kill back on Kerrigan. Regali holding for him to come out from
Regali,
that
who
hut.
started the
Bomb
game
looks
1
to
and
join
7
up
on some
with the
bullshit.
Opper.
Wow, Rain peaks it
Really
as well.
hit his
Regali
shots right when it
half
matters.
thought about holding on to that. But now in this 2v2, his position known.
He's going to try to climb up into heaven to try to clear out A site while the bomb just waits outside main.
mean, this looks like it's going to set up into a retake, essentially. Like,
is someone
CTs
here?
aren't going to fight this right away. Rain's working on getting around to heaven.
It's actually
yes,
such a smart move.
yes.
Such a sick reposition.
But
thought it was going lower
to be
too.
aware of this. Will he have anything else to watch?
Bomb will go down.
No, they've got to hold on to the hut.
We need good timing. We need good timing.
No scope to the back of the head.
Oh, I'm
Rain
so
tries
mad about
to
that.
outplay him, but Regali, head on a swivel,
I just want
remains on
Spirit
high
Falcon
alert,
stock.
and poor Frozen from downstairs is a little too late
With
to
the
the party.
no-scope headshot as well. The headshot chat. He almost missed that.
Yeah.
Brokey, you need to hit your shots now.
Rain
My
will
boy
be
Brokey,
happy
you
if
need
it's
to hit your
gonna
shots now,
head up upstairs. He's got
Brokey.
this mag
My
7.
boy
He won't be
Brokey, you need to hit your
rotating
shots now,
Potential
Brokey.
for Regali versus
Gotta hit your
Brokey.
shots now. Nice.
Oh, he
Almost a
lines up
collateral.
the riflers
We need
ahead of
more.
the
We need more. He's
Now
gonna get
walking
mollied.
to the corner, gives himself
No.
a flash. Regali gets the trade back on his counterpart.
25 seconds.
Mag
Swag
7.
7 still on
Sitting
side.
outside of the
On
hut.
Kerrigan.
From the corner,
That's the double. They're so lost.
And
They're
now
so
Johnny
lost.
blows one off. Ince gets hit in the back of the head. It's a
Sit the
trio
fuck
of
down,
FaZe
G.
players left alive. Who knows with Brokey? Whoever
Gotta
knows
hit your
where
shots
he
now.
is, where he's off
Sneaks
to,
through the smoke.
what
I don't
he
even know where
wants,
he
how
is.
he feels, nobody knows. But he's got
Wah,
the back
wah.
of this pack of players
Got nothing.
at his disposal in a second. He actually
Rain,
doesn't
what?
end up stopping anybody from going downstairs. And then suddenly Rain gets run down. And then obviously off of that, you've got an AK
Frozen,
now
the
in
type of
Vexite's
guy
hand.
that's
This gets weird for a
consistent
second.
in moments like these. When the pressure's
Frozen
high,
decides to
Frozen
float
still
out
hits.
side of the ramp, only for a moment.
Do they have the util to deal with this? No. They don't have a smoke to cross, do they?
Two flashes on the side of FlyQuest. That is it, but they've got bodies, Launders.
Oh,
and
they
they
got
get
the
the
kill.
Vexite
Huh?
headshot. That's Rain's AK in the wrong set of hands for
Elite.
FaZe Clan.
Elite.
Fire at the feet of the planter. Should flush him out.
Elite.
Still dinks and damage done. Vexite, he picks up the rifle and just shreds them.
Damn.
Elite.
This time Elite
Elite.
is able to get down onto the stairs.
Elite.
And he finds early damage, still falling back. Just keep yourself
Yeah.
alive. It feels
Elite.
like that's his
9.
plan.
Elite.
He can't kill
9.
Medic. 96 damage done.
Need one
and
kill there.
still
One
they
is
just run
enough.
rampant on this
One
lower
allows
floor.
us to
Rain gets
retake, bro.
popped, and FlyQuest have
Now
pulled
we
it
can't
off
retake.
again.
Yeah.
Come on.
Same though for FlyQuest.
Carry
man. They got
Gango.
so
Carry
close last
Gango.
time.
That's my unk. Carry Gango. Bang. 9.
45 damage dink.
Yeah.
9.
Oh, and the nade doesn't
Nice
do
dodge.
the rest.
Nice dodge.
Just
It's a thorn
One
in
more
their
nade and he
side.
said though. That's a molo on it.
predicament here. Forced to get desperate like that. Down goes one of the two weapons. Down goes the kit. And Frozen going to be found out by Netic. Tricky as he positions himself inside Garage.
Tricky.
And now
my
it
ass.
falls on just vanilla pistols.
Chat, we have full buy after this.
We go
We have
round
full buy. No
24
shot. We're going
again.
OT. No shot.
Burn those tools.
Looks like they're going to commit to the
Oh,
upper
oh,
edge.
oh.
Right,
they didn't see
Kerrigan's
that.
alongside the hut wall. He's the first victim
What?
of the hit.
He wasn't
Man
even
advantage
flashed,
on
was he?
the execution. Frozen brings it back by one. This could end electrically. They
Nice.
drop down
Nice.
to 11. Rain's
3v2.
got both
3v2.
backs
Now
turned.
these two guys are
And
nervous.
just
I know
like
it.
that, FlyQuest
I know it.
fizzled out.
1v3 for
Trying to
Regali.
take
The
a
guy who
fight
was
to
1 in 7. Ain't no way he's
and
catching
Regali
this.
could still pull it off. So much time is what they had, and they opt to rush.
Look where the
fact.
bomb is and
Now
don't
he'll
smile.
have the clock, but he doesn't have the bomb.
It's a
This
very
is
unfavorable
unlosable for
spot
FaZe
for him
Clan.
with the bomb in their grasp. Regali is one of the players
Play
who is the
together.
best at clutching in.
And all you gotta do is
his
refrag. You
amateur
can even
years,
play time. If
playing
one guy
in We Play, I'd
unluckily
say
dies,
that's where
height,
he really waited for
and
those
the guy has
chances.
planned
When it
to
was
peek
just
that.
him. 50 seconds
can't
up.
clear all the
watching
angles.
this.
Yeah, two players below him. They're watching opposite
ho,
vents.
ho,
But
ho.
either of them could react
We
fast
don't
enough
consider
to
it
kill
at
him.
all.
Regali on the approach. Still nobody has looked up top. Now, only now do they
Rain.
look upwards. And he gets it onto
Rain,
Frozen
rain,
fast
rain,
enough.
rain,
Versus
rain, rain, rain.
Ooh, he's able to get back into the cover. Regali
Rain.
wants the chase. And down goes Rain.
Oh,
Just
he got
like
it.
that. Overtime secured. Regali locks in with a huge reposition.
Yeah, he's always good for it. That round was done.
Elite. Elite.
That was Regali from the
Please.
bottom of the scoreboard on FlyQuest's side.
It's a limb chat.
1v3.
Come on.
Yeah, unfortunately for FaZe, we saw them versus Falcons lose to Tech 9s. They got they lost a 2v5 round. I mean,
Here they come. We got 3 people here.
Been
Nice
messy
Elite.
here and
Nice
there.
Elite. Not sure how we got
I
away
think
with
they
that.
can just chase
We're
down to the
we
site,
should
but
be
Elite
so much
happy to
better.
step up to
That
the
wasn't
plate.
even clean, but it was still a double kill.
He was not uncomfortable at all.
Brokey,
Molotov hadn't even popped
Brokey.
back sight by the time those first two emerged.
What?
Brokey's not able to jump down though. And Netic's gonna hear that rotation in full force. What he doesn't know, second player still behind the vent.
and they still have Heaven. This will be spotted
Clean.
though.
This is gonna bring back that ramp hit. Oh, and he
Oh.
gets both on his own. Steps up to the plate. Elise tries to find timing. Stop.
Covered.
Triple kill from Netic, what a recovery. This is 3v5 back from FlyQuest, all by way of Netic.
My goodness.
Ins creates uncertainty on the ramp, but then Netic collects 3 kills on his own. There was 0 trade potential with his teammates coming up from
Triple kill from Kitten.
1v3.
Triple kill from Kitten.
3v5 versus FaZe, but this time it's
Quadra kill from
FlyQuest,
Kitten.
not Falcons.
Quadra kill from Kitten.
Wow.
Romanian.
Okay, Elise right into the action,
Another
but
double.
it comes at a cost.
I need more, Elise.
Certainly more than
more.
2
I need more.
players
Oh,
in that pack
yo,
out
yo.
of FlyQuest. That is a fast ramp fight out of the gate. Rain takes a glimpse deep into lobby, smokes it off. Expect things to slow down a second.
FaZe are done, not just in
They're gonna
CS.
walk right out of
It's
it.
completely different
right
entities.
underneath Rain.
He turns
Wow.
around. Past tense, ready. Instead, he just falls down unsuspectingly into 2 players that just walked out on his timing. Netic with another headshot.
They can't even believe it. What a risk to take. And Rain got up there, and I think he just had his guard down. Thought, no way. Wow.
Does he re-peek?
Doesn't
He's got
matter.
a leash to try to cover off
How
main.
does he leech
Again,
always?
we're going man
These guys are
advantage
not
phase,
good.
but that
Like
has not been enough
these
to get
kills are
rounds on
free
the
as
board.
fuck. They
First 2
don't even
kills or
shoot back
whatever.
when the leech is there. Like,
We'll see where the
what
next
is the
one
rest
comes
doing?
through.
Please. 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 Por favor. Bitte. $50 seconds. 9.
Oh.
Blasted straight up
That's
entry.
A beauty here. Not letting
Elise.
Frozen leave.
Elise, though, just
Sloppy again, but good enough.
omnipresent in
But
these
good
rounds,
enough.
dude,
But
trying to keep his
The
team
other players
kicking
are
and
just
screaming
not doing
in the
anything.
CT side.
4v3,
many
4v3.
kills.
And another huge reposition. That's the thing with Elise. He's keeping it fresh and he's keeping it fast. But they have lost track of Vexite in the process. Kerrigan's
Kerrigan,
thinking about that deep corner. Instead falls victim to FaZe's leader. Ricali gets the trade back. And so man advantage
15
maintained
seconds.
the entire time. Still
Big
further
nade,
damage
both are
done.
low. Should
This
be
one looking
unlosable.
real
10
tough.
seconds. 2
But they've
people
won
leave.
harder rounds. And so Ince keeps the hopes up. Goes for the wide swing. Now Ricali front sight. Up for another clutch. But Elise says absolutely
Hell the
stepped
hell
it up
no.
as this game has gone on.
But again, in the first half, this is where I was. The FlyQuest CT side, they were so far behind in terms of map control. They didn't really know ever what was going on. They got
Minutes
caught
remaining.
so many times looking behind them, and it looks like this can happen again. FaZe are using Big Garage to their advantage. They've already had secret control at this point of the round. There is no lobby push here for FlyQuest. So they've got to kind of hope on a lucky timing. We see another moment where you can get shot in the side of the head.
Yeah, Ince just kind of walking in, but he still gets a
Nine.
kill.
No way, he wins that
Nine.
duel. Wow.
Rain fully prepared, and he goes one better. Sprays into the smoke, looking to equalize, looking to get that 15th round real quick. Ricali missed shot. Shadow spotted. Still the rebound back out of FaZe. They're trying to queue up their 3v5, but up from rafters comes Vexite.
Refrag.
Keeps the first one clean. 2 players still to push in. Another layer out from heaven.
2v1 together.
Turn, and he burns down as
How bad are these teams?
The possibility of that threat outside hell seems to have him scuttling back. Elysian
Lol,
instead just
lol,
walks into the
lol,
main corner.
lol.
Here comes Ince. Expected,
What?
but no.
What?
He
Still gets it.
How has he won these duels back to back?
And that's the biggest threat down. He takes out a leash.
Not only does he get caught off guard, but also first bullet was going the way of Elige. It will get finished off by Rain, who gets his revenge from the round prior.
There's a lot of presence here
Fall,
at ramp.
fall,
It'll be
fall.
Elias to think about whether or not
Golly,
to
please
stick
one more
around.
miss. Please
It's a
one
good
more
block
miss.
in.
Nice. We're
That
not even
opera on
gonna
the
keep
angle,
that.
he was just over towards hell. They leave it in his hands as a
From heaven, it's
responsibility.
really
If
hard
this
with
goes
all.
late squeaky, it gets very dangerous for the upstairs players.
He has supports with some util still, just chipping away at the health here of the FaZe clan. Nades to the back of the site. Vexite looks for his chance.
Nice.
It's
Come on.
Lias from up
It looks
above
bad,
with
Chad.
the
I have a bad
multi-frag
feeling about this.
first, and then Netic connects. A big clutch offered up here for Brokey, AK in hand, and a chance to
We need a
just
Brokey
evacuate
miracle.
around into hut. But how do you play this outnumbered?
Chad, Brokey
the fact
can
that they've
clutch.
got that
Brokey
incendiary
can
as well
clutch.
on
We
Ricali,
need
2
OG
sets of eyes to
Brokey.
look to keep him locked
He
in.
has so many
This
highlights.
is going to be a desperate attempt for Brokey to try to stop this defuse. The wall bag's not lining up. Lias connects it, just defuses all the way forward. And nobody to counter off him because we've got Brokey again on this AK. Early damage by way of util. Frozen just barrels out. Nedic's got the response.
Team.
Macaulay looks frazzled for a second because there's so much smoke all around him.
Kerrigan's coming in for this fight versus Liaz.
Again, they're just trying to keep pressure all across the board, and Rain is the one that ends up getting the edge back into the hands of the FaZe clan.
That little test from Kerrigan drew them back to ramp.
Thank you, Rain. Thank you.
So much pressure all across the map. They don't know which is actually the commitment, but downstairs
you can't retake this.
is
you
where
can't.
that bomb's now planted.
You can't.
Getting caught off, maybe. Nedic here, close up on the angle.
Yeah.
Oh, but starts to run. Saw the barrel, though.
Oh my God, I would have snapped.
He let his guard down for a
now
second.
Brokey can waste that
and
time.
now a 2v4 demanded of the Aussies, or we go double OT. FaZe just gonna try to keep their site players alive.
Unlosable.
It's an easy lock-in for Rain. He just dives down, but he's not able to keep standing. Elige is allowed to cross over. Things are startedly getting scrambled. Liaz has found 2 kills, and they've got back site control.
Oh my God.
FaZe again, keep it close to keep you on the edge of your seat.
Yeah, at least.
CT round wins hard to come by.
There we go. Feet
Nedic's
shown.
got a great
Feet
angle
shown.
to just take Kerrigan's legs
Nice,
out.
Elige.
Luckily, he's got a
Fire.
Elige for the trade frag.
It's an excellent refrag out of Elige.
Yes.
His overtime impact so real.
Yes. Face Rain.
He peels off as Rain goes deeper. Oh, Ince wins the fight, dude. Ince is getting his impact.
He is. He's coming in late sometimes.
Yes.
He's getting waited for, but he's still getting his.
Is what? Bananas, coins.
And we alluded to
Golds.
back on Inferno, those moments where Ince impresses out of nowhere. Kind of steps it up unexpectedly. Well, here's that map, and Elige comes in. Again, just catching them with these off timings on
2v3.
the upper site. Vexite wants his next engagement, and he's gonna find it, but still Brokey ends up winning with just 20 points of
2v2,
health left.
bombed
Ince still
safely.
from up top already throws out grenades.
Both
they know of
positions
his
known.
position, and Liaz is desperate to somehow get into this engagement.
We know their number, just call them.
Flashbang offered up.
1v2
No
Brokey,
way,
21
gets it from
HP.
heaven. Brokey stuck
Position
on his
known.
Toyed with. Liaz finally commits, and it's a FlyQuest retake for the lead again.
Oh, man, so painfully awkward right there. The fight between Heaven and Squeaky that entire time.
And Elige hasn't gone for the peak yet. Vexite gets
Whoa,
the spam
he's
through
cheating.
smoke, and he's still so worried about the top
Nice.
of Heaven. Now absolutely
Nice.
confirmed. But poor Vexite stuck between a rock and a hard place. Cold.
But they're the ones who are not completing their sprays. Frozen
Nice.
takes out Nedic. It's a 5v4 here for FaZe.
He really felt squeezed in main there. And I think that comes from just this constant pressure that FaZe have been
Outside.
applying outer.
Yeah.
FaZe.
And even though there was nothing actually there at that moment, you could just see how Nedic kind of gets
So I'm
scared
not trying to
about
jinx it, but it feels like
possibility enough
game
to
ends right
frazzle
here, no?
him. We also get Frozen to slide down that vent.
I like that Inz is trying to take this to a new
We
risk
take the
here.
lead here. Our
Flanking
CT side is
potentially
incoming.
secret could be the move. I mean, second to last player is Elige. He's got the bomb. He won't be turning around. Brokey, will he watch this? Inz could solidify the
Forever win
situation
this round
again.
is
He's got
over.
a great chance.
Oh, Brokey just gets away from it, turns. That's it. Just a
Bro, make sure that he's not a
second late to the
fucking
party.
teammate.
Still could catch them off guard.
Brother
with
gives him the
follow-up.
third look.
Liaz throws himself into the fray, very quickly down from the vent as well, but they make sound of the approach. And
Nice.
of the two, only Vexite is able to get a kill between them.
Tesis versus
No more than one
Sontex.
CT round win in overtime for both these teams. FaZe want to kick it up a notch.
Leash
Fast
30 kills.
through Squeaky, instant rush onto A.
Oh.
Bomb drops vent though. There's
Wah!
a layer here.
Tap.
Rain's gonna find man advantage. Regali trying to recover.
Nice,
The Heaven player
baby
gets
girl.
the
I
better
told
of
you
him.
it's GG
And still,
chat.
all the while, bombs going down. So at the very least, you've got this.
Wait, not
Yeah,
an
they
easy
get the
retake.
plant off at the expense of 2 players.
But
Yeah.
how many
Whoa,
3v5s
whoa, whoa,
can you
he's very
truly
far away.
win in overtime?
Rain's waiting
is
for
that a
this
good
lurk,
thing or bad
and he'll
thing?
wait here the entire time.
LOL.
Yeah,
You
reads
were.
it well. And so it's just straight up the numbers game for the clearing of this lower bomb site.
5v2.
Liaz awkwardly sitting on 50 health as well.
Bomb
They wanna
halfway down,
take a
we
player
gotta
down
go.
on the approach, but he just looks away from the commitment. Liaz now tries his hand. Good first headshot. Second one's elusive, but Ince is in a clutch. And with
the time.
luck he's
Oh
pulled
no,
off,
I don't like that
maybe,
smoke. I don't
just
like that
maybe.
smoke.
With
I want him
fire
dead.
in front of him, nothing he
Nice,
can do. Bomb was close to
Molotov.
popping, and he just can't commit. He didn't.
But just too many sacrifices for the fake.
Again, though? Oh, rinse and repeat.
Was a close corridor
This
though.
time, no objective to head downstairs. They're just going to commit it to this upper floor. And in the most pressured situation so far this game, FlyQuest just keep it simple and straight up rush. We got it in round 24.
They're super close to it. Again, T-side has been really friendly to them in terms of these simple attacks upper.
And it feels like they've nabbed it, barring some kind of awkward timing here. Brokey, oh my,
Nice.
scopes in on Ince, and he is not alone.
Are we
Frozen
going?
looking to join up with him. Man advantage has been equalized.
We gotta be going. Come on. We need this kill on Brokey.
Fast response. Regali's got his, but Brokey
1v2.
continues to trade out from the lobby, and they will finish this off.
Wow. Clean follow through here from FlyQuest. Simple as.
Elige kept delivering entries. He needs to deliver one right now.
Looks like there'll be one final test for Elige, who has been the star of the show here for FaZe. Some
One
action
masterclass
coming his way
round,
outside.
and we can go home.
They haven't been putting too much pressure on the cross. There's been delayed.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Careful, though.
That's kind of
Careful.
what you
Now
wanted
they're
to
gonna
see this
respray.
time around. They can't let this go for free. And last time FlyQuest did just walk the entire way through.
Elige repositions.
Looks like
to
they'll do that
heaven.
again.
Whole
4
team
players
sneak
strong.
in
Shoulder to shoulder, leaving
with
ins
no
outer.
deductions.
No further spams. Last time that they
Just
tried
Lia's
this
half
tactic,
HP.
though, they
This
got
is
crushed
sussy.
downstairs. However, you had Brokey up on Xanteris in the lower site. Here you only have Rain
And Rain
down on
not
control
playing
steps,
pixel
and
gap.
he's low.
Else we could have rotated some
That layered
players early.
defense was key.
Here we
Oh,
go.
they missed it.
One-man army, but
If he had an AK,
in a
GG.
way they get given a grace.
35
The
seconds.
fact that Netic takes a
CTs
bullet
need
to
to
the head, but
rotate.
is still standing. Here's that
Brokey is
second
there,
layer of the
Brokey.
defense now.
Oh, their control steps
Just a
Molly.
Brokey
It's also
masterclass,
changed
please.
up positions, not quite mirrored
He's
as last
committed
time.
to be
Frozen was here
Brokey
on the
hears.
railing. Now Rain
Brokey.
instead plays on that site silo.
Brokey, don't get it by
Brokey's
timing.
just
Keep
gonna
looking.
wait for that
Keep
single door
looking.
swing, but fire at his feet is gonna cause a problem. And so Rain looks to get his, but remember, he was low.
What?
Remember, they damaged him early.
Guys, what is
and
that,
so
Molo?
they come out, they deal with both, and then even Elige. Kerrigan's got a chance.
Oh,
Players falling down. Bomb's gonna get planted. Frozen to the clutch, and they will push this again. Didn't cost you the game.
Come on.
Could have, but didn't.
Brokey.
Hell of a recovery.
Ah.
We'll see if third time's
Nice.
the charm.
Oh.
Brokey will not miss the second
Interesting.
shot. Make sure the ramp doesn't fall, and he's got Frozen to support it.
No,
to
so we're
ensure
trolling
it,
now.
to establish the 5v3. And we've seen 2 3v5s in overtime. Back in the first, the favor of FlyQuest.
Elige.
FaZe have fixed their issues since. But do I speak too soon?
Frozen.
Netic able to get the better of Elige at a distance.
That shoulder barely missing this moment. It's actually Frozen who gets spotted.
And further damage done to FaZe from the 3v5, about to equalize. Netic just toys with the corner. Regali's gonna go into the A side entry.
Nice.
But layered defense here as Frozen takes the same spot,
Rain.
and Rain comes up with no hesitation from that vent. And this is all Elige's earlier
Getting
damage
in a
here done to
1v3.
Netic.
Yeah, it still gets scrappy once again. But
No way.
Netic in the 1-on-3, I think FaZe feel like now they've established control. How's he going to even get this bomb back in?
Exactly.
He's got to really channel his Regali here.
No doubt inspired by that 24th round clutch. By the multi-frags that
Doesn't
they've
have to
pulled
bomb
off
check.
since.
It's
Isolated
unlosable.
duel versus Vent, and he connects to the head.
Nice, bro.
Brokey's gonna finish it knowing he was low. Elige calls damage,
Finish it
and
here.
FaZe step forward.
Brokey. What was the
Keep
dad's
this
name at
party
the game
rolling.
attack?
Elige first blood. A shot from Brokey. And down goes Elige, the hands of Netic.
Oh, caught.
Good on Rain. That is all Rain as well. 100 health on the spam.
Ben.
For me,
Oh,
with no
yeah,
X-ray,
yeah,
It looks
Ben.
like he's already around the corner, but Rain gets him at the last second.
And the cross is so late, they have
I
to go.
remember.
Tapping away towards heaven. It's good damage done here from Ince. But a quick departure from Kerrigan to peel away from outside to make sure he doesn't fall victim to what's left of this outer possession of FlyQuest. Although it's a pinch into main, well done by Liaz to isolate Rain.
Yeah, that's solid. 2 on the upper floor.
Then they pause.
Yeah, FaZe are waiting in hell. Could end up in a post-plant situation if a FlyQuest play their cards right. Kerrigan also expecting them to take their time, going around now to Hut.
What's Frozen's move? He's just full commitment.
Figuring out what to do with this information. Yeah, Frozen will just end up being event rotation or coming back through ramp.
Oh, he got around the corner.
Yeah, when Liaz kind of wins or loses this position with this flank coming in.
3v2.
Just missed the timing there. Liaz had checked it twice.
Their guard is down though, isn't it?
Kerrigan slipped in between
Kerrigan,
the
my
timing. Still
geezer.
looks like
My
Liaz is on high
geezer.
alert.
Timing deluxe.
Again, a third instance of
Deluxe.
timing that ends up going Kerrigan's way.
Unlosable.
That's about pulling
3v1.
distractions.
Pressure on Ince
Whoa,
to
whoa, whoa,
pull
whoa.
off the clutch. A
Good
fast
rotation.
reposition.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Kerrigan
whoa, whoa,
does
whoa,
all
whoa,
he gets
whoa, whoa,
damage
whoa,
as the
whoa, 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 whoa,
defuse
whoa, 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 whoa. Nice.
Help
8
for
HP.
Finn to make the difference.
Nice try by Ince though.
Finally put
Don't say
80
mouse.
damage.
80 damage out of nowhere. Brokey then hits
Nice.
his shot instantly. This could be a total sweep of a CT side.
Brokey.
Things go from bad to
Whoa.
worse for FlyQuest as they just run straight into the offer on just full expectancy.
Come on, come on. I want 3 match points. Nice, Frozen. Nice, baby.
Again, attacking this from
That
both
has
sides.
to be it. That has to
FlyQuest
be
get
it.
absolutely swarmed. 2 9-3 leads on both maps. And FlyQuest fight tooth and nail, carrying it out.
His twist impression.
Right? He knows the play all too well, does it himself, and delivers. Ints again for the multi-frag denied.
Nice.
And it is fire
Guys.
in front of Lias.
But I want to see
Through
07
hell they have
and some
fought
hearts for
this
FlyQuest.
Attempt at a comeback, so close on
An unexpected
Inferno.
cinema.
1, 2, and 3 overtimes here on Nuke, but it looks like
Very
luck has
entertaining
run
Nuke.
out.
Very
It's a
entertaining
difficult
Nuke.
endeavor to take a swing at FaZe, and FlyQuest absolutely did. But
FaZe
they
continues
hang
to
on,
the single
and they
elimination
survive.
stage.
And the tale of 2025 is one of
FlyQuest.
FlyQuest
Whoa,
continuing
those
to
shots are way
struggle
too short.
versus top 10 teams.
What the hell? Does my
Struggle
shit
is
look
a
like
good
that?
word for it. Struggle from all ends. So many
That's
rounds
crazy.
to settle Nuke. We had the 13-11 on Inferno, and we had so much more here on
Show.
Nuke, but it felt like right at the end, FlyQuest ran out of steam. That final
Swimming
overtime
type
period,
shorts.
they just